Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. And as you can see from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about Carlos King and the infamous debacle fiasco between Kandi Tucker, Phaedra Parks, and Porsha Williams on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're going to look at a clip of an interview done by Quad from Married to Medicine, where she says that Phaedra is always lying, allegedly. And she mentions Carlos King. Now, before we get into it all, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. Everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on this clip, it is allowed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic so that you all do not experience an echo. And then I will come back with my commentary. First, I do want to acknowledge where this clip is coming from. So I found it on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I did share it to my IG stories. The page is called Virtual Reality, and it is an extension of the huge blog Page 6. So whenever I think of Page 6, I do think of Sex in the City, because they would film scenes where they would say, "Did you see on Page 6?" Or they'd be reading it and talking about something. But anyway, it's very New York. So we're going to scroll down to this clip. There's, a few clips of Quad during this interview. In this clip above, she's talking about Sweet Tea and Dr. G, the host. He actually asked Quad, how long do you think their marriage will last? And she said that, from them just wanting to prove people wrong, they could totally not be in love with each other and they'll still stay together. But let's just get into the clip where she mentions Carlos King. So I'm going to mute my mic now, and please hit the like button. Thank you.
Who in America don't know that Phaedra be lying? Now you even know that, honey. You don't hang with her all the time, and you know that. We all know that. That was not shade. That was facts. Okay, so you can't be mad at that. We knew that she lied about how many months pregnant she was back on RHOA. We knew that. Okay, we can pull the facts. We can pull that. You guys, it's out there.
We can recite that.
Yes, please. We also knew that she lied about not saying what she said in reference to the whole Kandi and Porsha thing. It came from her. She lied and said it came from Carlos King. Okay, so we know that. We know that. These are all facts. We can pull these things, okay? We also know that she lied about not knowing that Apollo was coming on the trip, on the couples trip. Okay. We see that there is a scene with her and Heavenly clearly asks her, and she's like, "Oh, we're in a good place, surprise me." So she's well aware. And it wasn't for a certain amount of time. I think she went from not knowing or not saying it's okay to saying she thought he was going to be there for 2 hours. Baby, just a lie on top of a lie. So that's what I mean.
Okay, and do you think she started to say she was lying about not knowing Apollo was coming because he came with a +1? Or do you think she actually knew that he was coming?
No, she knew he was coming. She knew he was coming from the get-go. What she did not know was that he was coming with a +1. The lie came before the +1 did, okay? Just so you know.
The lie RSVP first.
Yes, exactly. The lie RSVP first. Seriously, I'm just saying. Who in America don't know that Phaedra be lying? Now you even know that, honey. You don't hang with her all the time, and you know that. We all know that. That was not shade. That was facts. Okay, so you can't be mad at that. We knew that she lied about how many months pregnant she was back on RHOA. We knew that. Okay, we can pull the facts. We can pull that. Guys, it's out there.
We can recite that.
Yes, please. We also knew that she lied about not saying what she said in reference to the whole Kandi and Porsha thing. It came from her. She lied and said it came from Carlos King. Okay, so we know that. We know that. These are all facts. We can pull these things, okay? We also know that she lied about not knowing that Apollo was.
Okay, so I wanted to play the clip 2 times or a time and a half for you, where she talks about the Kandi, Phaedra, Porsha situation. And according to Quad is saying that Phaedra said that she got that information from Carlos King and that she was lying when she said that, that, Phaedra was the originator of that rumor. Now, when you watch the season 9 reunion, that was the last time that Phaedra was on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know we're going to see her for a little bit of season 16 that's debuting in a week and a half from now, March the 9th. But, she hadn't been on the show since season 9. That was also the very last season that Carlos King produced for The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, about a month or so ago, Tamar Braxton interviewed Carlos King on her Under Construction podcast. I watched the episode when she uploaded it to YouTube. And during that interview, Carlos King said that everyone thinks that he was fired from ROA, but he was not fired. He quit. And it's just highly coincidental. It's just extremely coincidental that the last season that he produced for The Real Housewives of Atlanta is also the season where Phaedra told Porsha that Kandi wanted to DRUG her to have sex with her in her dungeon. Okay, that's highly coincidental. And some people say that there are no such things as coincidences. That's God's way of speaking to you. But in any event, sometimes you see a pattern. Sometimes it freaks me out when I see patterns. And if you believe in the zodiac, some even say that Pisces have some psychic capabilities. That kind of freaks me out. That's like, oh, that's not a gift that I have to have. But sometimes I'll notice patterns, and so it's just so strange. But anyway, you can't help but notice this pattern, this coincidence. So it's giving perhaps production may have been involved in Phaedra telling Porsha. And it was just orchestrated so beautifully, almost near perfection. The place where it lacked perfection was at the reunion when Porsha let the cat out of the bag, who was her source, and that it was Phaedra. But Phaedra did say, in at least what they showed us during the reunion, she did say that someone told her. Phaedra does say that someone told me, and then Kandi is upset. That may have been when she said the lies, the lies, the lies, But Phaedra says that someone tells her. Again, in what we see, the viewers, she does not say a producer or a production. So I don't know if she said that at the reunion and it was edited out. I do not know if Phaedra sent a scathing email complaining about whoever gave her that information. We do not know. All we know is that storyline occurred. Porsha revealed her source was Phaedra. Phaedra said, well, somebody told me. And then that was her last season on ROA, and that was Carlos King's last season producing ROA. Those are the things that we do know. But we know that Quad is cool with Carlos. Carlos King has interviewed her on his YouTube channel, and we know that Quad is at odds with Phaedra. And she says that Phaedra lied on Carlos about what was said about Kandi and Porsha. It's just messy all the way around. But when I think about the things that could be possible versus what us viewers saw, what we know to be factual, it just looks like it's a very messy situation, a very messy web that involves multiple people. The only difference is that Phaedra has returned to ROA. They say she comes towards the end of the season. We know that Phaedra returns to ROA. We don't know what the future holds concerning Carlos King, but, we know the facts of who left and which season. But what do you all think about Quad's interview on virtual reality, an extension of Page 6, and her inserting that Phaedra lied on Carlos King about where she got that false information concerning Kandi and Porsha? Do you think that she is just saying that because she's mad at Phaedra? Do you think that she was formally told that Phaedra lied on Carlos King? Do you think that Phaedra is going to do some sort of cease and desist or make a formal statement? Phaedra has never formally spoken out about that situation season 9. So she's probably going to just ignore Quad's interview, and she'll just promote the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16. Whenever Phaedra has done red carpets or interviews, you never see a clip where she's asked about season 9. I'm guessing she gives the heads up that she's not going to talk about it. And Bravo and Andy Cohen, they seem to adore Phaedra. So I don't think they're going to make her revisit it ever. So I think that Quad is being very strategic by bringing up the Carlos King, Kandi, and Porsha situation. I think that it is to remind everyone as we start watching season 16, Sweet 16 of Roa, that we're reminded why she left and why she's been gone for so long anyway. So Quad is like reaching back into the past to help build up her case as to why she and Phaedra are no longer friends. It's a very good strategy. It's a very good one, because that was very, very disturbing what happened back during season 9 of Roa. But we'll have to see how the rest of this plays out. Phaedra, when it comes to that season 9 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, again, she ignores everything. So she probably really won't acknowledge Quad's interview. That's my guess. She may privately send Homegirl a cease and desist, which in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer. I have not earned my Juris Doctorate, but I think that's just like a warning to try and scare a person. A cease and desist is not a lawsuit. You know, you're not truly going in the ring to box 8 rounds until you actually file the lawsuit and retain the lawyer. The cease and desist is just you're trying to intimidate the other person to shut up, you know? And she can't even say that Quad's interview is interfering with her making money. I mean, she literally just filmed the last ending portion of season 16 of Roa. So that's not stopping her bag anyway. So who knows even if a cease and desist were to even qualify in this instance with Quad's interview. I do not think that Carlos King will acknowledge it either. And if he goes live next Monday, I'm sure he will tell Dustin Ross and whoever other panelists not to even bring up Quad's interview with virtual reality. But I don't imagine him acknowledging it at all. I'm sure that he's thankful that Quad said that, and he may send her a text message thanking her, but I don't think publicly he's going to acknowledge it at all. I'd be really shocked if he did. But what do you all think about what Quad said? Do you agree with her? I thank you all so much for watching this video. Please hit the like button on this video, as it is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Shows Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. I did make another video earlier tonight giving my commentary on Lexi McCullum's latest video, Chapter 2, Part 1, about her lack of a relationship with her biological dad, Chris Fletcher. So be sure to check that out. It was a wonderful Wednesday. It was uneventful, and that is good. You know, while working, I checked out a lot of Tubi. And I can't really complain. 90% of the snow is gone. It did rain today, but it wasn't like bitter cold. So it's not like the rain froze and turned into ice. That's the toughest part about winter in the north is the ice, because it's so dangerous, you know. God forbid you get into an accident on an icy road, black ice. That's when like you don't see it coming, and the area previously had no ice, and then suddenly you hit ice and you lose control of your vehicle, or you don't want to fall outside, you know. So we're at the tail end of winter though. So I'm just so thankful for that. All right. Well, I will talk with you all soon. And thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye.